Good morning. It's September 18th, and today we're going to do how to shop for a home on the internet. Computers are great. The internet is a tremendous resource as long as you know how to talk to it. The challenge is that you got to know how to talk to it. So I'm going to give you some examples. Let's say you have a $300,000 budget. You want to buy a three bedroom home. In Pasco County right now, there's around 4,197 homes available. Of them, 1,658 homes are three bedrooms. Wait, if you want to buy a home and you put in three bedrooms, you're going to get the condos and the mobiles and the townhouses and the villas, and you want a home. So there's 1,172 of them, three-bedroom homes. But you don't want a flood zone, so let's narrow that down to 937 homes, right? Yeah, but no, because if you're willing to spend $300,000, you'd be willing to buy a four-bedroom home. So if you don't know how to talk to the internet and you put in three-bedroom homes, you're going to miss out on 13 homes that are four bedrooms and are in your budget. In fact, maybe you should look at those 13 first, and they won't even come up on the list if you don't put three plus. Also, when you do single family homes, you're going to have villas are going to show up as single family homes. And you might find that a villa could meet your needs. So you might want to look at villas and townhouse listings anyway, since you're going to be looking at some under single family homes. The big thing with villas and townhouses, let's talk about villas and townhouses. Generally, you don't want a villa or townhouse because you don't want a condo fee. Now, condo fees are extraordinary, but you still might have an HOA fee, a homeowners association fee. So you can search villas and townhouses by HOA fees. Now, the challenge with HOA fees generally means there's deed restrictions. So we better clear up the deed restriction question first. Deed restrictions are great for keeping your neighbors from putting cars up on blocks and having work trucks and motorcycles and RVs and boats. The problem is you won't be able to put your cars up on blocks and have a work truck and boats either. So let's get back into some of the challenges when shopping. Pet restrictions, as an example of how you need to know how to talk to the internet. Let's say you come to town and you want to shop. There's 4,197 active listings in Pasco County, and we're going to use that in our illustration. So let's say you have a 10-pound dog. If you search for small dogs, which is 15 pounds and less, you're going to come up with 15 less listings. Of course, if you have a 10-pound dog, you can actually have a community that allows medium dogs or large dogs or extra large dogs. So if you click all the buttons, you'll get 572 properties where you can have a 10-pound dog. But if you search for small dog, you're only going to get 15 properties. But there's more. If you know the rules in searching MLS, you can actually click a button called Dogs Allowed. And if you click that button, you get 698 homes with dogs allowed. Whereas before, if we clicked it by pet sizes, we got 572. We're not done yet, because if you're local and you know Pasco County ordinance, you know that you're allowed to have up to 9 dogs if there's no other deed restrictions. And I fell off my page and I'm confused. But the point is, it doesn't matter because no one watches my videos anyway. So if you check yes under dogs allowed, you get 698 homes. If you click no deed restrictions, there are 2,636 homes with no deed restrictions. So that means there are 2,636 homes that can have a dog. Wait, there's more. How many homes with deed restrictions allow dogs? There's 392 homes that have deed restrictions that allow dogs. So if you search it that way, we have 3,028 homes that allow dogs. The problem is only 42 of them allow extra large dogs, and 17 of them allow large dogs, and 24 allow medium, and 63 do small, and 3 do extra small. So you see the problem. Only 149 of the 392 homes have the size of the dog allowed. So there's 243 homes with deed restrictions do not have a dog size. And then there's a pet restrictions remarks line, and it might say buyer to verify pet restrictions. Now this is malpractice in my opinion. Let me show you me. Here we go. This is malpractice in my opinion. It just kills me that there are listings that have buyer to verify, because, for example, there's a great neighborhood that actually there are 2 neighborhoods that come to mind that have no pet restrictions, and yet out of 60 some listings in Paradise Point, only 2 have 100-pound dog clicked. So if you're coming to town and you're looking in Paradise Point and you see buyer to verify, you're not going to verify. But it's a great community that has no pet restrictions, or no size restrictions, excuse me. There is, I think you can't have more than 3 dogs. But if you want to know, you have to call the homeowners association, and the homeowner association takes 5 days to respond. So listing agents are likely to just put buyer to verify. All right, horse properties. Now, this is not a big deal for most of you, but it's good for illustration purposes on needing to know how to talk to the internet. If you click on horse properties, actually it's called Zoned for Horses in Pasco County, there's 41 homes that are coded zoned for horses. And these horses have, these codings, have zonings for AR, ER, AC, MPUD, and R1MH. And why is that important? And it's important because if you continue to search for homes that allow horses, and you understand the rules, you'll understand that any home that's in a non-deed restricted community that has zonings for AR, AC, and ER, they can have horses. And there's 145 properties that have these 3 codes that are not checked zoned for horses. So if you're shopping for horse property and you click on those 41 homes that are zoned for horses, they're not going to be the good deals, because these people know their property is zoned for horses and they can get a premium. You want to shop in those 145 properties where they haven't properly coded the property. And because they're not marketing them as horse properties, you'll get a better deal. Now, if you're one of the 145 properties that are in this group, that you ought to be just losing your mind that you haven't sold your property and that you're not going to get a premium because your home is not properly coded. Oh, by the way, there's another button called Horses Allowed. And of these 145 properties that are not coded zoned for horses, 4 of them have Horses Allowed checked. Now, this is under a sub criteria. And I'm not going to teach you realtors who are watching, because you go learn how to shop and how to list. And you customers who want to learn how to shop, if you I want a 322 block home and it's not in a flood zone, that's got no deed restrictions. I mean, you don't need me to help you search for that, because let's face it, you don't need me for that. You need it when there's a challenge, when you can't find what you want. And it might even be there, but you can't find it. So if you know the idiosyncrasies of shopping for a home, you can really find more homes that you haven't been able to find if you don't understand the idiosyncrasies. And if you're selling a home and you're not maximizing your audience, well, that is bad. So what are other issues? Mandatory evacuation zones. You can be in a non-flood zone and still be in a mandatory evacuation zones. Flood zones are about elevation, whereas evacuation zones are about location. Sinkholes. Sellers are required to disclose if there's been settlement damage to the home or a settlement claim on the home, or if one of the neighboring homes has had settlement damage. Many sellers fail to disclose this. So you got to do a sinkhole or settlement search for each home that you consider. Permits, it's easy enough to go on the permit site and look at permits for each home. The worst thing is lack of permits, and that's where unpermitted work has been done. You can't search by, when you're searching for a home, this is not going to come up. More issues, flooding. Sellers are required to disclose flooding, and there's a new law going into effect on October 1st. Failure to disclose sets a seller up for lawsuits. Smart. I turned down listing. One of my buddies is selling a home. I know what's wrong with this home. I'm afraid that he's going to be selling it without me because I will not get involved without disclosing what I know to be true about this home. I'm turning down a nice $10,000 deal because I'm not willing to put my license at risk. Plus, it's wrong. All right, finally, chatgpt.com. If you don't know something, write this down, chatgpt.com. If you go there and type in house buyer considerations, you can see, here it is, house buyer considerations. You see me pointing my cursor? When buying a home, there are several important considerations to keep in mind. These factors will help you keep informed. I'm not going to poach this information on my PowerPoint. I'm going to just show it to you off a Chat GPT. Location, budget and financing, conditions, size and layout, resale values, safety and zoning, long-term needs, legal, contractual considerations. You need to know before you buy. So if you need some help and you need some advice and you're looking for information, you can reach out to me. Here's my contact information. Or if you don't want to talk to me, you can go onto my YouTube channel, which you probably are on right now. I have a couple of YouTube channels, but my main one, I'm migrating over to Randal Jenkins Realtor on YouTube, and you can watch my other content there. Thank you for watching. Feel free to reach out. Let me jump back in here so I can wave goodbye. This is me waving goodbye. Have a great day. Bye now.